Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott. Today we're going to talk about why I chose the Oxefit versus the Tonal versus the Vitruvian. Let's get into it. So guys, let me tell you why I chose the Oxefit versus the Tonal or the Vitruvian. I did research years ago on the Tonal when COVID started. I liked the Tonal. I thought it was a great piece of equipment, great machine. No doubt in my mind it would have got the job done. A little bit out of my price range at the time. I was unsure. Ended up buying the X3 bar, which you'll see a video. If you didn't see it, I'll link it below. At that time, invented by Dr. J. It was cheaper. I could get workouts done in 10 to 15 minutes, and it did the job. You can see the video there, and we'll talk about the workout and diet and all that stuff later, but I ended up getting the X3 bar. Fast forward to now, I went back, looked at the Tonal, saw that there was Oxefit for competition in the Vitruvian, and said, man, there's all these great machines coming out. Which one do I want? They're all pretty much in the same price range. So I made a checklist, and the checklist consisted of mobility, variety of exercise, and digital resistance. And I knew that I was working with a 9-foot ceiling and maybe like a room that's like maybe 20, maybe like, I don't know, like 600 to 800 square foot. So I had the space, so that wasn't the issue. So I get on YouTube, I start researching Tonal and Vitruvian. I get on their websites, I do a little bit more research. And this is how it broke down. So the Tonal, it's a sleek piece of equipment. It goes on the wall. It looks like a LCD TV. It folds up nicely. It's a great conversation piece, but when you want to get it out and put the work in, it folds out. You can put the work in, right? So it's definitely got arms that can slide up to the top, down to the bottom, and all different range of motion. So the variety of exercise on that thing, green check, it was there. As far as digital resistance, it's got 200 pounds of digital resistance. I think that's more than enough for the average person, even myself. I mean, even if you can bench 300-400 pounds, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're going to be a power lifter, don't get any of these machines. If you're a bodybuilder or someone wants to get in shape, these are going to be more than enough for you. If you follow our training program, know what you're doing, and a good healthy diet. So green check for the digital resistance on the Tonal. The mobility part is where I kind of give it a red X. And that's because, again, it's stuck on the wall. And even though you can move it from like one wall to an adjacent wall or to a different room, from the research I did, you have to pay the people at Tonal, have people come out and move it for you. And it just seemed like a hassle with timing and getting them to move it. And that could just delay a lot of things in my life where I'd like to move it myself. Even heard at one point that it voids the warranty. I don't know if that's true or not, but I gave it a red X for that. So I had 2 out of the 3 things I wanted. We look at the Vitruvian. It's, again, a platform, small in size, it can be tucked away, probably pushed under a bed, into a closet, off to the side. So it's definitely got mobility as far as that's concerned. I like that. I can move it on my own or with a friend or spouse or something. I think that's terrific. So green check for mobility. Digital resistance, they tout 440 pounds of digital resistance. I think that's more than enough for the average person, probably even way more for me. So nothing more to say about that. Green check for that. As far as variety, that's where I kind of had to give it the red X, because of the fact that I don't think there's going to be enough variety for me personally. I think anybody can get a full body workout with anything. I mean, you can get a full body workout with no weights, right? Just using gravity and body weight. But for me, I wanted variety. Again, that was part of what I was looking for, was them 3 things. It was one of them 3 things. So that's what I was looking for. It's a base plate, and it's got 2 hand grips that come up with cables. So granted, you're going to get accessories like bars and stuff like that, so you can do barbell bench press, but you can't do anything overhead, right? So you can't do like overhead lat pull downs. You can't do even like anything lateral to you. Like you can't do like a, like pull straight out and do like a row, like a seated row in that sense. So to me, the variety wasn't there, so it's a red X for that. So again, it meets 2 out of the 3 criteria that I wanted. Move over to the Oxefit, right? It's a big machine. It's probably about 350 pounds. It does fold up, so it has a small footprint when needed. For the most part, I just leave my base down. But it's a good size, and I can move it. I can shimmy it myself, and if not, I get a buddy to come over, and him and I, or her and I, or whoever, can move the machine ourselves. 2 guys brought it in, so 2 guys can definitely move it. So mobility was a green check in my book. Digital resistance, 250 pounds of digital resistance. I think, again, that's more than enough for anybody. So 250 pounds of digital resistance, Green check. There's nothing more to say about it. And as far as variety, it's got two pillars. You'll see the picture. It's got two pillars and it's got a base platform. So it's got cables that come off the pillars and it's got cables that come off the base platform. So overhead, straight on, and from the ground, you got all different kinds of exercises you could do, plus cardio. So green check mark for variety. So if you look at my criteria, mobility, variety of exercise, and digital resistance, the Vitruvian and the Tonal I checked off 2, where the Oxefit checked off 3. Now again, that's based on the fact that I have the space for the machine. I would say if you have like a trailer or a condo or a small apartment or something where you don't have a lot of space, the Vitruvian or the Tonal is going to be your best bet. And if it were me, I'd go with the Tonal. I don't need 440 pounds of digital resistance. I like the variety. That would just be my choice. I'm not encouraging you to buy any of them, but if you're on the fence, I would say make a checklist of your needs and keep your space in mind. And honestly, at the end, if you can check off certain things, you'll have a little spreadsheet for yourself. It's going to basically tell you which machine is good for you based off your needs. And that's how I would do it. Again, I'm not sponsored by Oxefit, Tonal, Vitruvian, any of them. This is just a question I got in the comments and I'm answering. Some people say, you know, what do I think about the Tonal? What do I think about the Vitruvian? Why didn't I buy this one over that one? This is my opinion, right? Everyone's got opinions. What's the old saying? Opinions are like, this is just my opinion. Everyone's got opinions, right? So your opinion might be different from mine. You may not be looking at the same things I'm looking at when I'm looking at the machines, and that's okay.
Well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
You do what's good for you. I think anybody who's going to exercise, who's going to buy a machine or equipment to just work out in general is fantastic. So whatever suits your needs, get it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think all these things are new, and I think they're just going to develop them over time. They're going to get better and better and better. Yeah, that's the reason why I bought the Oxefit. Hope that helps. But yeah, if you like this video and you got something out of it, please hit that subscribe, like, and notification button. We'll be doing some more videos. Next, I think I'm going to hit a carnivore diet for 30 days and use the Oxefit and see what kind of shape my body can get into. But I don't know. We'll talk about it. See you on the flip side, guys.